Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How are you, Kim?
Good morning. I'm good. It's sticky and warm. I went for a walk, so I kind of felt like a wet dish rag for a while there.
Oh my God, I went to the beach on Saturday and I got so red in the face and everyone thought I was getting a sunburn, but it was just the heat. It's just this intense heat that is going on. But you know what? No complaints. It's better than the freezing cold and the snow and all that stuff to me.
Right. Yes, definitely.
All right. So let's talk about how to promote your business in the summer, because I'm already finding that social media's got less of a reach at this point than it did even 2 months ago.
Right. Yep. And from all indications and the industry experts, they're saying that especially people online businesses are going to probably notice a little bit downturn as far as their reach and the way things are working for social media marketing through the months of June, July, and August, simply because people are so happy to be out and about. A lot of people are doing double vacations. They're spending more time just getting reconnected, getting out and seeing things. And so I think it's a great way. Today would be a great time just to talk about how do we handle this downturn and what should we do as far as our social media marketing, and then what are other ways we can market our business when social media isn't working like it was even 2 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are still people on it, obviously, right? We're here. And from my perspective, I always say when everyone else starts slowing down their marketing is when you need to actually double down on your marketing, right?
I agree. Yes, I agree. And I recommend people that even if you yourself are finding you want to do the double vacations, or you yourself have a little less time to implement your marketing, then figure out tools on how you can schedule it, have a colleague work back and forth so that you can help, because the worst thing to do is let your platforms die, because you will not, the way that the algorithms work, you start kind of at a base and then you play their game, you do the posting, you engage with your community, you go up this ladder. But when you stop posting at all, like I'm just going to take 3 months off, you go down below. Like it's so hard to dig back up off the ground. So you lose all that ground. So I still encourage people, even if there's a downturn, like people don't seem like there's many people on. Some of my clients are having amazing success because they still are on and their competitors have taken a break. And so I still encourage people to be on. But not to be, someone messaged me the other day and said, oh my gosh, social media is not working anymore. Well, it's not that it's not working, it's just shifting. And as long as we know it's a shift, it's not permanent, what can we do? And I still strongly encourage people to stay with their consistent marketing on social media. Still do it, but not be like, I'm going to quit because I've noticed a shift. No, that's when we need to show up. Like you show up.
Yes.
When you have a bad hair day.
Yeah, because well, here's the bottom line too. If there are less people on, then you've got to show up consistently to at least expose yourself to those people. But the great thing about the summer, and now that COVID is starting to lift, is that people are out having parties again, right? Barbecues, engagement parties, weddings are happening again. And this is a great time to reacclimate yourself to in-person marketing, right? Can you imagine? Right. So one of the things that I love to teach is how to network in person, right? How do you bring up your business at a barbecue? Or is it even appropriate to bring up your business at a barbecue or at a charitable event or at a family occasion? And the bottom line is, yes, if you do it in the right way, right? If you're meeting new people and they say, oh, what do you do for a living, Kim? And you just say, oh, I'm a social media manager. They'll be like, oh, that's fun. Like, right? You killed the conversation, which is why I love the exercise that's free on my website called Your Business in Words. It's really a elevator pitch, but it's also a conversation enhancer, right? The way you describe what you do by adding a couple of adjectives to your title helps them feel who you are as a person and helps extend the conversation, right? So if you said, I am the most motivated and fun social media strategist ever, people will be like, really? Like, tell me about that, right? You're extending the conversation instead of just saying, in the case of an interior designer, I'm an interior designer, and everyone just goes, oh, I wish I could afford you, and that must be fun, right? All those things. Right. The other thing on in person is storytelling. storytelling sells every time and makes people remember you.
Yeah.
So telling a success story, what do you do, Kim? Well, I'm the most motivated and dedicated social media manager ever. Yeah, one of my clients, blah, blah, blah. And you tell a story of one of your clients and what you did for them, but in a way that's just relaying a story, and people will remember you because of that.
Right. And the power of networking, we have a group of women that meet together, business owners, every 2 weeks. And there was a gal, a local business owner, that was part of it. It was interesting. Someone on Facebook had said, do you know of anyone that does subscription flower boxes? Well, she does. And the power of that networking. So whether she mentioned it casually or she just knew people, and this is where the barbecues and the weddings and people know who you are, people want to give like a shout out, and they like to, like, social media is great for like, oh, I know a person that can help you out, even if you casually met it. And through that exposure, she had so many people shout her out that a writer had reached out to her to do an article about that because of all the different connections. And so it really, I really want to encourage people not to hesitate to share with people what you do and how you help them, because you just never know how that's going to turn around and where that's going to lead to you. Even if that person isn't going to ever, like, I work with businesses and individuals. So a lot of times if I'm at a family reunion and I'm talking to my, people that work for people, they would never hire me, but they might know somebody, or they will, like, if someone at work is talking about, like, my husband has business and needs a social media manager, then they'll connect the dots really quickly.
Yeah, it really never, ever hurts your business to have another connection. Never.
No, ever.
Because I remember even when I was an art consultant, I remember talking to my sister and telling her a story of doing a family photo wall for a client, where we actually took a box of photos and went through it with the client and outsorted which pictures, where was the starting point for the family wall? Where were we putting, what generation were we starting with? Were we doing black and whites? Were we doing color? And I'm telling my sister this, and she's like, I never knew you did family photo walls. I'm like, I have been an art consultant for 10 years and you didn't know I did family photo walls? She ended up telling a friend of hers who lived here on Long Island. My sister lives in Georgia. And her friend ended up hiring me. And that was telling my own sister a story, right? So Imagine if you're at a barbecue or at a party or at a wedding or at a charity event, and you're sitting next to someone and you start with having conversation and they end up talking about what you do. Telling a story is going to make them remember you.
Right.
Every single time. And using your business and words as a conversation starter really helps also. I was at a charity event, Twice for Tots, and I was sitting next to two people I didn't know. And the husband ended up asking me what I did for a living. And I had just started doing the business coaching. So I started having a conversation with him, and I used my business and words as my first sentence, right? Again, free exercise on my website. And by the time I had 4 sentences out of my mouth, we were going back and forth. He's leaning towards his wife and going, she needs you. She just started a business and it's a disaster. I started laughing. And that's when I started formalizing my exercise called Your Business in Words, because it works every time to get someone to get to know who you are, what you do, how you help people. And they start to visualize whether they can use you or whether someone they know can use you.
Right.
Which naturally happens.
And I'll give you a plug for that Business in Words, because I have tried a lot of different worksheet, tried a thing, a lot of different courses I've paid for. And I would say Your Business in Words was one that helped me really hone in on my message. And when I do it, it works.
I know. And it is hard to get into that pattern of doing it. And that's why I like that it's 4 sentences. You're not going to necessarily regurgitate all 4 sentences in one breath. Right. It's a conversation. It's actually a great conversation, and extends it. And here's another thing, and this is more from my body language training. Don't ask somebody, what do you do for a living? Like, that's just what everyone asks. Be different. Say something like, are you working on any passion projects this summer? Right? Or do you have any, new hobbies that you're starting now that COVID's over? Right? There are ways to just get people to open up and talk without just, oh, what do you do for a living? It's just so typical. Right. And the other biggest tip is be more of a listener than a talker.
Yes. And that's hard, because sometimes people get uncomfortable with silence, or they think that they're always thinking about the next question so that they want to be interesting and stuff, and not listening and understanding what people are talking about could lead right into that next question pretty easy.
But imagine if you just listened to, 3 different people during a 3-hour, 4-hour event of any kind, and you were just really engaged in what they had to say. They will just immediately like you because
Right.
you care about them. And what's the most important subject in someone's life is themselves.
Correct.
Right? And
Yep.
to use their name. So for this summer, how to promote yourself as social media is starting to maybe slow down a little bit because everyone's excited to be out. Just make sure you don't stop your social media marketing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Do not stop, but take this opportunity to fine tune your in-person social skills and how to tell a story about your business that's interesting, and how to be a really good listener and ask good questions of other people that will make them like you and want to be around you, right? Be that person at the party that's not negative, that's not telling terrible stories, but just telling like uplifting, enjoyable stories about work and life. And that's going to make people remember you and want to refer you.
Correct. Yes. It's a great opportunity this summer to do those things.
It is. And go have fun, right?
Right. I know. It's fun.
And have fun. Have fun and show that you're having fun. People want to be around people who are having fun.
Right. Definitely.
Right? So be that person. So, all right. So those are our tips for today on how to promote your business in the summer. Be positive, be uplifting, stay busy, stay on social media, but also hone your skills on how to socialize in person and how to network appropriately. So I have a lot of free resources in my membership site. Go take a look there at nancyganzacoffer.com membership site. The free resources are enough to keep you going for a while.
Yep. There's a lot there.
There is a lot there. So, all right, Kim, go have a great Monday, everyone. And Kim and I will see you next Monday for I guess it's Mindset Monday next Monday, right?
Yes. Yep. Mindset Monday.
All right. If anyone's struggling with anything, put it underneath so we can give you a little boost next week. And we'll see you then. Thanks.
Have a great week.
Okay. Bye, everyone.